Good fellows and fillets of the underground. My name, of course, is Old Potato. This is Oxygen Not Included. Right, so it's been a few cycles since the end of the last episode, and I'd like to talk a little bit about what I've done. It's mostly just sort of admin behind the scenes, tidying up, and indeed, as you can see, everything within the base looks fairly reasonable. Fairly nice. The entire area is properly oxygenated, and that is partly because I installed a carbon skimmer down at the very bottom here, just to ensure that the balance of carbon was a little bit more, well, a little bit lower down within the base. This room was basically filled with carbon dioxide when I started, and I thought, you know what, that ain't the best. I also entirely filled this area up with carbon dioxide, sort of changed things around a little bit, installed a liquid element sensor in here and a mini liquid pump, so we're not constantly pumping. Same with here, actually. What I have done, and this is a great time to demonstrate it, I have installed a liquid pipe element sensor right here. So this is linked right up to a NOT gate, and then that NOT gate is linked up to the pump directly. Now, I did that because I was a little bit worried that that this thing constantly pumping would increase the heat of the surrounding water. Therefore, I thought, you know what, we're only going to have this pump pumping when there is no water in all of these pipes. So as you can see, that is now being addressed right now. And that means that there is only pumping from time to time. That does, of course, mean that I need to link this pipe back up so that I have, continual water over here. But it still prioritizes the water coming from this circuit anyway. That's just sort of by the by, not something that's super, super important. Just something that I did to try and at least minimize the amount of water that was going through the pipes, or the amount of pumping that was going on in that specific pipe. So, I mean, it seems to be working. It seems to be working not too bad. Yeah, the radiant pipes are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. They're collecting a bunch of heat, but yeah, it's fine. Not a huge issue. We do need a little bit more carbon dioxide here. It looks like I may have extracted just a little bit too much carbon dioxide from the environment, but that's okay. We've got loads and loads of calories, so that's all good. Right, so what else have I done? Well, I have also, for want of a better term, cancelled the massive infrastructure project that was going to bring a second insulated pipe down to the bottom of the world. Now, you may see that this is currently being filled with crude oil, which is exactly what I'm going to go on to talk about in just a second. But yes, this pipe, this whole plan here, I mean, I think it might be reinstated in time, but for now, we're going to just sort of leave it alone because there are two things that we need from down here. One is water, so instead I've installed a liquid filter right over here, and instead that liquid filter just sticks water right into the oil well directly. Yeah, it sort of makes more sense rather than delivering water in from the surface, but this follows on from another purpose with which we need this water for, and that is to cool the crude oil that we are currently pumping down from the oil well. It's far too hot to make it into the pump by itself, so we sort of need this area as a cooling area anyway, so it kind of makes sense to have a pump down here surrounded by water. There is no reason anymore to have this water. This water is slightly too hot a temperature for us. It used to be about like 7 or 6 degrees Celsius, I believe, and then we were pumping it back up to the top and putting it into our pool. However, what I have done right over here is I have constructed. Okay, so this liquid filter tests for water, but because it's so hot, we don't actually want it. So what is going to happen with this liquid right now is it's going to come all the way up here, and it's going to come all the way up here, and it's going to come all the way up here, and it's going to come all the way up here, and it's going to come all the way up here, and it's going to come all the way up here, it's going to come all the way up here, and it's going to be dropped off into this tank, which I'm putting together right over here, which will combine with the cool steam vent. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going to happen. We need to disconnect this bit of insulated pipe right there because I really do not want any warm, oily water to be appearing in my nice, cool water down over there. Yeah, I mean, it's enough effort to try and get this water cooled. We don't really need the extra the extra hassle, do we? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. I'm not interested. No siree. No siree. Not at all. Thank you very much. Yep, quite happy with the amount of water that we've got coming through this system. Seems to be working fairly well. It's pretty difficult to cool, but that's because, I mean, water is a fickle substance. Anyway, so that's what I've sort of done between episodes, sort of cleared out a little bit over here. I have also, by the way, zoned this entire area for a plastic pipe because I want to seriously up my game on getting to the surface and actually utilizing stuff on the surface. As you can see, we are up here. I breached the surface and cleared a little sort of corridor to sort of give me something to work with. No point in spending 10, 15 years of the dupe's life just trying to get that stuff done. We might as well just do it off camera. So that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and build up a big old plastic transit tube. Maybe not in two directions. And what I mean by that is we might not have a transit tube access station. But what we can do is we can very much have a transit tube exit station. So we can just have a pipe ending up here and then they can just walk back. If we need to, it's not really something that we need to worry about for now. Anyway, right, so let's think about what we're going to need to do. First of all, I want to get the research back on the go. Gas canister things, I mean, I'm not entirely sure if that's entirely relevant. Desalinator, bunker tile, can withstand the pressures of impact. I mean, I don't have that, but it seems like I need that, right, for surface work? Right, so let's get that immediately started. Get that on the go, and then we can discuss exactly what we need to do in just a second. Right, all right, looking good. How much plastic do we actually have? This whole process, by the way, was spurred on because I needed more plastic and more petroleum to make plastic, so that's why I decided to fix the oil reserve problem before jumping into the space exploration. The space exploration project. This area looks pretty darn good as well. We do need to raise your temperature to between 100 and 250, but that's okay. We've already got your next room set up right over there. I'm just hoping that maybe we'll be able to breed another slickster so that we can produce crude oil and we can also produce petroleum. That would kind of be the ideal scenario. How have we got so much polluted oxygen in here? Is it because of the slime? Is that really what stopped us growing these dust caps in here? I think it is. The polluted oxygen is... Yes, we used to have a deodorizer here, but I also managed to clear up the water between episodes as well. Something that I'm immensely proud of, actually. That water has been sticking around for a heck of a long time, and I'm delighted that it's finally been fixed. Right, the oil refinery is at priority 6. Let's take that down to priority 5. How much plastic do I have? Plastic, 1,080 kilograms. I mean, that is still not half bad. I would ideally like to get a plastic tube down this way. In fact, is that going to be possible? I think that is going to be imminently possible. Right, dig this out. Yeah, dig that out. We need to stop using priority 9 just as sort of a base. Right. Deconstruct that airlock. I don't know why there is an airlock there, actually. Right, deconstruct that airlock. Deconstruct that tile. Yep. And then what we can do is we can set up a transit tube. And this will sort of be an example of what I want to follow. Perfect. There we go. And we can just output sort of there. And then, you know what? We can extend this transit tube once we have a little bit more plastic, and we can get it right down to the oil area, the slickster maintenance area. Also, I probably want to bump that grooming station up just a little bit. This slickster is quite important to me. It's idle, it's tame, that's great, it's groomed, it's happy. We want to make sure that it's absolutely... Oh, reproduction is way up. We're 66% of the way there. Well, that is pretty darn good if I do say so myself. We're still looking for as many eggs as possible. We've set up the ability to incubate one if we need to, so we may well do that in the future. I'm going to... No. There we go. Get that mopped up. I still have a liquid vent output there just to, you know, to put any petroleum that we have coming up through this system can just be output onto that deck, specifically right there. No power, empty pipe, back pressure is a little bit too high. Liquid pipe. Yeah, get that repaired, priority number 9, please. Not entirely sure why that has broken. Liquid pipe. I don't even know what the overheat temperature of this is. Overheat temperature plus 15 degrees Celsius. Do we have anything thermally reactive? No. I don't even know what the overheat temperature of this thing is. Melting point is 668. Right, well, that's sort of by the by. Not much that I can do about that. Yeah, get that repaired, please. Okay, it's kind of a little bit irritating how you've come all the way down here just to do nothing. Also, power. Power systems, why is this reporting 0 power? Ah, is this broken from an overloaded circuit? Right. Okay, I mean that can be resolved fairly simply, to be honest. That can be resolved fairly simply. What we need to do is we need to reassign this circuit. This circuit, honestly, probably deserves to be redone anyway. So let's get another power transformer in right over here. Let's get another power transformer in right over there. Perfect. And let's bring a power cable, a thick power cable, right down there. We'll take this opportunity to... Excuse me? Obstructed by heavy watt wire. Oh, yes. We're going to have to bring it down right over there. That's not ideal, because I kind of want to keep this area separate. Can I bring the heavy watt wire down this way instead? Okay, hold up. Yeah, that's better, but not ideal. Heavy watt plate in there. I mean, that will... Oof, I hate this. I hate this flipping heavy watt wire. The fact that it can't go through... The fact that it can't go through walls is distinctly irritating, in fact. Well, we need to get this thing in here anyway. I guess we can just mine this up. I guess we can just mine that up as well. Yeah, so basically what we want to do is the heavy equipment, and in fact, deconstruct that wire right there, priority number 9. So we can have heavy equipment and water filters on one circuit, and then the rest of this stuff can be on the second circuit. Right, good stuff. Good stuff, everyone. Yeah, the potential load, 2,160. So as you can see, it's 840 watts at the moment, 960. If we even start using the... Oh, no. If we start using the... If we start using the oil refinery, then that it'll just overload anyway, so don't really want to do that. Right. Let's prioritize this. Priority 8, please. Is this even reachable? That's unreachable. That's not great. Right. Priority number 8. That's good. Our patches are looking very, very fine, I would hasten to add. Research is complete. Superheating bunker doors. I do want to build a bunker door pretty much as soon as possible, really, so that we don't take on any extra damage from the bits of meteorite and whatnot that are going to strike at us. Look at this. Look at this. They're breaking my ladders. Right, let's deconstruct that right there. Perfect. And metal tire, no. Bunker tile. Oh, I need steel. I need steel, steel, steel. But that's okay. I can actually make steel if I get lime, I believe. Iron to steel, I need lime. Yes, and in order to get lime, I need a rock crusher. Yes? Yes, I believe so. Right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin to transfer all of this liquid out of here and down to somewhere where it's a little bit less of a pain to deal with. I also want to get up Draco production, or Draklet production, so mark my words, it's not going to happen in this episode, but it is going to happen at some point. Right. Where can I put all of this polluted water? Honestly, I'm going to use this area as a polluted water storage zone for now. So let's dig down here, dig down here. Right, and then we're going to put that to auto. And that should allow me to build this area properly. And then I'm just going to get rid of this abyssalites. I'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. Alright, that should work. That should work. It's going to take a little bit of time to get it all done, but no worries. We'll eventually get there. Everything looks fine, though, at the moment. Gold, sure, I will indeed get gold. Critter starvation, puffed prince. Yeah, the puffed princes have had a tough time recently. How's my polluted oxygen production going? Not well, to be honest. My polluted oxygen production is... it's distinctly disappointing. I do have a heck of a lot of polluted oxygen right over here, though. Not thousands of kilograms, but enough to be happy about. For sure. Right, let's get this area sealed off. This is a living nightmare right now. Right, need to be very, very careful that these guys don't actually end up stepping inside here and causing me hassle. Okay, that's cool. Let's get power. What does it take to build that instead of... It's 200. Okay, fine. Right, get that linked up right there. It must be built in an unoccupied space. Oh, you silly sausage potato. Build that there. Build that there. Build that there. Deconstruct that tile right there. Great. Okay, we are going to get there. I swear. I swear we're going to get there. Power is the first priority. Are we full on natural gas, by the way? That is absolutely bonkers. Are these guys hostile, these pokey shells? I need to kill one of them for science. Diet, polluted dirt, and they excrete sand. I mean, that's... presumably, there will be some need for that in the late game. But I just don't see it right now. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to break into your habitat, and I'm going to pillage it, and I'm going to use it instead to build my... well, to build more tanks, really. How does it feel that I'm going to be destroying all that you hold dear, and instead making it into a battery farm? In effect, right? That must feel pretty bad, to be honest. Pretty darn bad. Okay, let's go back to the power overview, and let's get that down there. Sorted. Great. And then let's get this set up. Perfect. Perfect. I mean, actually, it's not perfect. Cancel the construction of that. The reason that I can't do it is I can't get two wire bridges next to each other. They can't overlap each other, unfortunately, so... There we go. I mean, it's fine. Tell you what, now that my dupes don't have, like, a crisis on their hands, they're getting stuff done with fantastic speed. And I'm not even prioritizing this at priority number 9. Look at that. They're actually doing priority 5 stuff. How incredible. How unbelievably incredible. It just goes to show how far we've come. Goes to show how far we've come. How's our heating system doing? We might need to sort of change the pumping system around, but I mean, yeah, we might need to get slightly more water into these pipes. I didn't really envision that it would that this system would work. This system would work like it is, but I mean, it's fine. We're definitely absorbing heat. We're just not absorbing a whole heck of a lot of heat because we just don't have the We just don't have that much water coming through. But we're doing fine for oxygen, and that's what matters, really. We need to be very, very careful about not taking too much carbon out of the oxygen for these dust caps in here, but that ship has sailed, really, for this room, unfortunately. So much darn polluted oxygen. Yeah. All right. Are we... Wow! Our electricity system is up and running. Well, that was really, really quick. How are we doing down here? How are we doing down here? Oh, wow. What do you know? Everything's looking remarkably good. Nothing to complain about. Yep, we're pumping oxygen out fairly well, actually. We're pumping oxygen out. We're pumping water out fairly well. Yeah. This is a very, very hot bit of pipe. Is there any way that we can change that? The heat of that pipe? Is it maybe because it's enduring the... Is it maybe because it's enduring the heat of the oil? That may well be the case, but whatever. Let's sort of leave that. Let's leave it for now. The fact that we've got molten lead just chilling is bonkers. Right, I'm going to go on a little bit of an exploration over there. I also want to, yes, as I talked about earlier, I want to get steel production started so that we can start making bunker doors and all of the cool stuff that is required to go outside. Let's set some new research up. Let's set some scientific research up. Maybe we can... Window tile. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yes, please. What is this? Jet suit? Yes, obviously. Obviously, yes. What is the research module? Research task per space mission. Oh my goodness, this is getting swiftly very, very confusing. Space caffeination. Right, well, you know what? This may well be the episode that I end up building pinch of peppernut plantations. I didn't think that would ever happen. I bet you didn't either. I've already set this area up to make it so, as Spock would say. So that's something that we can do, I guess. I just can't believe that everything is working so darn well. I mean, it won't be working that well for long, but I mean, it's at least working, right? Let's take that down to 60%, sure. Tell you what, though, I mean, we're getting crude. We're getting a heck of a lot of crude oil. It seems to be working. It seems to be cooling down at a fairly fast pace. So, as long as this continues to exist like this, then I'm gonna be pretty darn happy. Yeah, it's nice. We've also got a lot of frozen crude oil, which we ended up accidentally freezing. But that looks good. Okay. Wonderful. Can we keep going? I mean, can we release some magma? If we release magma, is that a bad thing to do? Oh man, this area is huge. Absolutely gargantuan. Let's go over this way in the same direction. Sure, why not? Right, so that's underway. That's perfect. We've got to bear in mind that we do have a reduced dupe force at the moment because everyone is so hard at work researching. That's exactly what I like to see. Ah, the access storage area for polluted water has now just been fixed. That's great. Insufficient oxygen generation. I will not listen to a word against the oxygen generation around here. It's been flawless for the last, well, 15 cycles or so. Right, let's get that built, and then let's go down here and sort of just hollow out a big old chamber. In fact, you know what? I could stick it into the steam vent cavern and sort of just turn it into regular water, because you can't have polluted steam. You can just have regular steam. That's actually not the worst idea in the world. However, I do actually, at the moment anyway, value polluted water. It's kind of a resource that I want to keep around. I also, if possible, want to keep some of this chlorine around. Although we do have a chlorine vent right up here, 5 kilograms of chlorine right in there. So I mean, if we do need to do anything with chlorine in the future, then you know we've got that capability. Right. Next, what I want to start doing is I want to start constructing an area where I'm going to store all of... How are you scalding? Wowzers, you're scalding down here in your suit? Right, well, I'm gonna get you out of here. I'm gonna get you out of here, because that seems like a bad thing to have happen. And you know what? I might even put you to bed for now. I know we're gonna reduce our task force even more, but I think that that's still important to make sure that everyone is tickety-boo. Right, this area is still a little bit warm, but that's all right. I mean, the fact that this area is so cold is accounting for that. So let's get this deconstructed, and then let's go about setting up some pincha peppernut plantations. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hydroponic farms. Yes, they need to be grown upside down if I'm not mistaken. And we want to grow them right there, I believe. All right, tell you what, cancel that deconstruction for now. Whoa! Whoa, I did not realize that that was how you gave birth. Oh my god, I say gave birth. How you lay an egg. Holy cow, did you see that? That was messed up. That was disgusting. That was messed up, dude. Oh my lordy. Holy cow. Wowzers. All right, that was quite something. That was quite... I can't unsee that. That is disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. Wow. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, the pokey shell's out. You're happy? You're hungry? Are you aggressive? Are you gonna destroy me? No? Good. I'm glad. What about... I mean, what... Okay, humor me for just a second here. Natural gas, right? Natural gas. Let me have a look at natural gas. What is the elements? Is it an element? No. Gases, yes. Natural gas. Okay, it's methane. Minus 16.5. I mean, is there any way in which I can... keep it, to take it down to that sort of temperature? I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, the only cold area that we sort of have is over here, and this area is heating up fast. I mean, we could put it through an anti-entropy thermonullifier, but that seems to rather defeat the point. I was just thinking that maybe we could more efficiently store all of this natural gas if we were indeed to cool it down to very, very chilly levels. Right, let's get that over there. Let's just continue on out, eh? Right. That's looking pretty darn good. I just want to capitalize on the fact that I've got so much natural gas. I want to try and store it as much as I possibly can. So that's going to be the goal. Right. Let's bump up the deconstruction errand on that tile right there. And then let's bump up the priority of the construction on that hydroponic farm. And let's bump up the priority of this right over there. Research complete. Advanced. Caffeination. Espresso machine. Now, the espresso machine. Is that a building that could comfortably sit in the mess room? I mean, not really. Preferred room, recreation room. I don't think I actually have a recreation room. I mean... do I have a kitchen? Does that classify as a kitchen? No. Nature reserve. Yeah, at least 4 wild plants. Right, well, that's not happening. We've got a stable there. That's cool. Power plant. I mean, how big is this room? 15,200 and something tiles. We could cap that and make it into a power production room. What's the power production room? Generators built within a power plant can be turned up using power control stations to improve their power production. That's cool, I guess. That's something that we could maybe consider, given that this is our only source of power at the moment. What was I doing? I was looking at recreation room. Recreational building. And a decor item. I mean, I don't know if I have... I mean, would this be a good area to have a recreation room? I mean, I don't really think so. Well, in saying that, it's probably not bad. Right, gonna have to ditch that flower pot. Right, get that sort of brought in a little bit. And stick that in there. let's prioritize this at an appropriately high priority. Let's get a... I mean, we needed a core item, so let's do a pedestal. Sure, we'll do a pedestal. We'll do a landscape canvas. Sure, and then we will also have... Where is it? An espresso machine. Look at this beast. Look at the beast. Right, I have no idea what we can display on that pedestal, but it looks like fun. So that's what I'm interested in. Right, Pokeshell Malt can be crushed to produce lime. Oh my goodness. Okay, I value all of you guys immensely now. That is great. Okay, let's get this built ASAP. Let's prioritize this. Priority 6, please. There we go. Look at that. What do you know? Right, that's going to be a lovely big vestibule for storing a whole bunch of polluted water for a temporary amount of time. Has the hydroponic tile been built? It has indeed. Now, of course, I would expect nothing to work properly. Pinch of pepper nut. I've got thousands of pinch of pepper nuts. So, pinch of pepper nuts heat is 35 to 85. It needs phosphorite and it needs polluted water. Right, well, I think that this is the ideal place to do that. Let's deconstruct that insulated tile. Let's deconstruct... Do I want to deconstruct the insulated tiles? I mean, this area is quite hot, but there's no real... Well, there is a real difference to that over there. Yeah, okay, deconstruct that insulated tile. Deconstruct that insulated tile. And then we're going to build a ladder down here, which will allow us to sort of explore around. In fact, you know what? No. You know what? Compost. Deconstruct that compost. Priority 8. Keep that insulated tile. Cancel that deconstruction right there. Right? And then the compost needs to be moved across just a little bit. I mean, where even does one put the compost? Where does one even find the compost? I haven't placed down compost in such a long time that I literally have no idea. Refinement? Ah, there we go. Right, compost right there. Glass forge, that sounds cool. Rock crusher, I'm going to place the rock crusher right now before I forget about it. Because it's actually quite important. Important that we get it done. Yeah, rock crusher right there. I did have a rock crusher originally in this room, but I deleted it. Because I needed more important stuff. Right. Wonderful job. Wonderful job there, my dude. Wonderful job. You're out of hospital, I see. And it looks great. You guys just continue to molt. Just do what you're doing or whatever. Also, now we should be able to connect this transit tube up. That is a priority 8 construction right there. Because if we can get that done, then that's going to work just fantastically. I don't know if this transit tube is going to... Yeah, okay, let's deconstruct that. Priority 9. I don't think a one tile is enough space for them to get out. So let's get that deconstructed. Wonderful. Right, we're working on a lot of stuff at the same time, and I actually quite like it. That's water. Okay. Is that water at a particularly chill 9 degrees? That is indeed a particularly chill 9 degrees. Right, sweep. Priority 9. Right there. Let's get that out. Let's get that into the water cooling area. We need to try and get it cooled down as much as we possibly can. Nice. Good job. Good job, everyone. We're getting water through here. 27 degrees Celsius. 29 degrees Celsius. I mean, it is heating up. Right. Is the water dripping down? There we go. That's it. Let's get that right away. into where it needs to be. Okay, hold on. Can I disable this? This isn't working. This isn't working in the way that I intended it to. What I wanted to have happen was... Right. Right, hold on. Not deconstruct. Yeah, okay, so just turned it off for now, which is just going to mean continual pumping. That's kind of... That's... Yeah, it's not working in it exactly the way that I wish it to, so... Yeah, we'll give it a shot again and see if it works in the way that I want it to. Right. Good. Well, we're espressoed up, which is lovely. The espresso machine, if I can recall, takes a ridiculous amount of power. Indeed, I am correct. Right. Connects building to power sources. Yeah. I get it. I get what a wire does. However, I do need to make sure that I don't completely overload this circuit by just putting in too much demand onto it. Yeah. All right. Gas reservoir, invalid construction location, unreachable dig. That's the very unambitious way of thinking about it. Looks like we've got a little bit of salt water out here. Just a little bit though, mind. Okay, is anyone actually using this this transit station? Not entirely sure. Not entirely sure whatsoever. Right, let's get all of this out the way. Great. And then what we're going to do... And then what we're going to do once this area is all done and dusted, we are going to open the floodgates. We are going to open the floodgates quite literally, and we're going to let the water out. There we go. Let it go, as they say. Let's let it all out. It's still possible to get up there, which is good. All right. Come on. We need to see it. We need to see it all work. I don't care about those last 3 tiles. That was just access. Okay. Any more eggs, by the way? Oh, boy. We got an egg. We got a larva egg. That's fantastic. That's exactly what I care about. Right, that's a high priority item because I want to breed as many slicksters as we possibly can. You're already 37% on your way to another egg. 38% actually, just as I speak. It's happening. That's great. Building entombments. Yet nothing that I can do about that. Oil well is entombed. I'm pretty sure that this is because polluted water, yeah, is falling on this well. Really not entirely sure why this has happened, or why this is happening, should I say, but, I mean, it is, so... Fine, I guess. Critter starvation. Puffed princes are starving at the moment. Well, that's because they're not getting enough polluted oxygen. It would be a real shame to let go of these guys. They're doing a really good job. Right, oil well. This needs to be bumped down to priority 4. It's really just not that high a priority. Jetpacks, baby. All right, that's great. Let's go and look at some more research, and let's get it all tied into rocketry at some point. Well, we're about to tie it right into rocketry in just a second. I still want to get line production, but thankfully I can get those pokey suit shells. I can get them all sorted. Right, geographical analysis. Building must be exposed to the stars to function. I mean, that's all good and stuff, but how do I get this advanced research stuff? Is it research module? Is that what it is? Is that what I need to do? Right, well, let's get all of that sort of techie computer stuff researched. Look at this. Look at this. That's right. Give it all the affection in the world. How long is it going to take to get this little dude pumped up to a good temperature? Also, the great thing about the incubator being in here is that it's nowhere near the overheat temperature, whereas if the incubator was to be down in here, then it would be way over the incubation temperature, over the overheat temperature, should I say. So that's quite nice. Let's prioritize this at priority number 7. No liquid intake. That's a very good point. Liquid bridge. Liquid bridge. Right, how are we doing? Temperature is 16 degrees. I mean, ideally, it would be less than that, but that's okay. Yeah, we need to try and find some more water, unfortunately. The temperature is still cold, so I mean that's, you know, that's a net success really in my books. Banana is going for another little adventure down in the depths where it is apparently ridiculously hot. To be honest, I kind of feel like I think that you can endure Banana. Actually, I'm pretty sure that you cannot endure. Yeah, that's pretty hot. That is pretty hot. Sour gas. Right. I did not know that that there was sour gas anywhere around here. Sour gas, I think, is the gas that you get from burning off hydrocarbon. Yeah, containing high concentrations of hydrogen sulfate. It is a byproduct of highly heated petroleum. Yeah. So there you go. Right. Let's get that fixed. Heat damage. What? Okay, let's also build some tiles right above that there. Priority 9, priority 9, priority 9. Let's get all of this stuff done, please. Great, because I want to ensure that my oil production continues. I mean, that is one of the top priorities of the episode, which is good. Looks like there's a bunch of dupes on the way. Wonderful. Have I set up any extra storage? No, I haven't set up any extra storage. Right, let's properly prioritize this. Here I was telling my dupes how great a job that they were all doing. And now, none of them are doing a great job. They're all doing terrible jobs. Wonderful. Come on. Why'd you not want to go in there? Waterweed. Ah, yes. Uproot you, priority number 9, and then we'll stick that in there as soon as we have the ability to do so. All right, tomorrow is a brand new day, and we're gonna use that to fill out all of this stuff over here. That's grand. Oh my goodness, look at the speed at which this larva egg is incubating. Oh boy, it's going great. This Slickster 54% on the way to another egg. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Even the hatches are doing great. Well, comparatively great. Temperature is not too hot. Wonderful. Have we released all of the polluted water as of yet? No, we have indeed not. That's okay. I'm going to go back to my old ways of using priority 9 to get stuff done. Priority 9 that. Priority 9 that. That's great. How is this not accessible? Oh, it's not accessible because we can't get across the way. Well, hey, great. Research complete, advanced, automation, filter gate, buffer gate, and gate. I mean, that may or may not be useful at some point. I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist. Always an optimist. Right, get that built right there so that we don't have any water issues, any water sort of pouring down into this area. It's just going to be a bit of a faff to set up with a cleaning errand. If we don't have to, we can avoid it. Then that would be great. All right. Right, supercomputer lacks resources. I bet you that's the water. Yeah, so I bet you this thing can't access the water that it needs anymore. I mean, that's a little bit of a bummer, honestly. That pump is no longer in water. That's fine, to be honest. Yeah. What do you need? You need water? I mean, yeah, it looks fine. Yeah, that looks absolutely a-okay to me. We're dripping salt water down here, which presumably means that at some point it's going to heat, become steam, and we're going to get salt all the way down here. The amount of steam that we have in this region, by the way, is obscene. Absolutely obscene. Right, apparently it's now completely impossible to reach down this area. Put that at priority 7. Just in case we ever need to access down there. Right, what's going on here? Turns out that we can't pump any more oil because we've got too much water. Right, well, I mean, if you're down here, can we do something about that? Can we do something about that? I mean, maybe we could do something about that. Do I really care that much? I mean, there's not a huge heck of amount of oil over there anyway. So I actually think that we can probably just wait it out. Yeah, at least when we need oil more desperately, we can go down there and sort of have a think again about how we want to do it. But for now, I think it's fine. Right, prioritize all of this more highly. Prioritize that at priority 9. Prioritize that at priority 9. Says that is unreachable. I think that is grossly understating the capability of the dupes. Right, that needs to be up at priority number 9. I'm sick and tired of not having pinch of pepper nuts. I need my coffee fix. I need it. Yeah, this area is slightly too hot for my liking, but that's okay. Deconstruct that right there, priority 9. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick in a... What is the growing environment that you actually need? You need... Any air temperature. Alright, fine. Alright, we'll just put this in here. Right, I do set quite high demands for my dupes. I know this. But I'm not super bothered. Do I want to put in a manual airlock over here? Honestly, think I probably do. I'm going to put in a manual airlock right over here. And cancel that. And I'm going to put in a ladder right down here. Perfect. And I'm going to put in a ladder right up here with the expectation that we'll probably be able to get a separate second layer of pinch of pepper nuttage. That's right. I said it. Pinch of pepper nuttage. Oh, look at all this crude oil. Look at all this crude oil. Which means that even if our crude oil operation down south doesn't go as well as it should, we still have a good crude oil operation up here. An organic crude oil operation. So that's real nice. All right. Get that in place there so that we have somewhere for polluted whatever stuff to go. I'm getting a little bit low on calories, actually. Body temperature of this area seems a little bit too high, and this area is a little bit too oxygenated. This area is a little bit too oxygenated. Yeah, I need to find some way of getting carbon dioxide into this area. Right, pinch of pepper nut. Let's get that planted. Let's get an insulated tile stuck back there. Wonderful. New printables are available. What have we got? An oxfern seed or some water. I mean, I'm going to take the water, and then I'm going to demand that the water be swept up with gusto. Priority 9 that, please. It's only 2,000 kilograms, so it's not like it's a lot, but it'll at least keep the temperature reasonably low, which is what I'm interested in. That's pretty darn good. Let's also set up some more pinch of pepper nut tiles. I'm not pinch of pepper nut hydroponic farm tiles. I'm not super bothered about it being done right now. That is horrifically not in the middle. Well, I wish I could change that, but that ship has sailed, unfortunately. Right, so come up this way. Split that over there. Great. And perfect. Eventually, we'll be able to get this area completely set up and completely operational, but today is probably not going to be that day. I am a little bit worried, actually. I am a little bit worried that I just do not have enough food. There's a tiny little bit of carbon dioxide going around here. Looks like my carbon skimmer idea, whilst pure of intention, i.e. make it a little bit easier for the dupes to breathe, looks like it didn't really hit the nail on the head, as we've ended up with just a heck of a lack of carbon dioxide down here. And the temperature of these things is significant, and it needs to be less significant. The dust caps can only grow up to 35 degrees Celsius, so I mean, this is the perfect area for them to grow. It's even too hot for those guys over there. It's too hot over here. I mean, is there anywhere else that these things can grow? What's the temperature of that? 0.5 degrees Celsius? It's not too bad. I mean, we could expand... What if we expand the base up this way here? You know what? I think that might not actually be the craziest idea in the world. We do have a little bit of water that we need to take care of over here, but I mean, if we were to put in place a brand new food area, I tell you what, we could have a brand new food area right over here. The growing environment is pretty poor, but it would sort of force me to get the polluted oxygen up and over there. Not the polluted oxygen, the carbon dioxide. It's not even shouldn't be in here. This is polluted oxygen that I need. Maybe over here. This is 40 degrees Celsius. I mean, these things can only grow up to 35. That's bonkers. That is bonkers. And they like to be in darkness. Yeah, I get that. 35 degrees Celsius, though. I mean, that's a tough ask. That is a tough ask. 5 to 35 degrees Celsius. I mean, even, like, the cold zone is just not right. It needs to be over here somewhere. Yeah. Right, you know what? Let's set up to do it right over here. I don't like this. I don't like the idea that we're taking food production out with the base at all. I don't like that. That's a big no-no for me. Don't like it at all. However, it is going to be near slime. We can work on pumping carbon dioxide into here. We'll have a room sort of specially kitted out for production of these horrible mushrooms. I say horrible. They're not that horrible. They're life-sustaining. There we go. Yeah, this is a very oxygenated area. That's the only problem. There's carbon dioxide over here, but it's too hot. Polluted water. Looking good. Looking good. Uh-oh. Is the fish going to fall down? I think it will. Come on. Off you go. Off the edge again. Come on. You can survive, dude. You're elderly. I'm really sorry to be doing this to you in your advanced age. Keep hopping down. Keep hopping down. Keep hopping. Keep going. You're almost there. You're almost... Well, you have to cross the... Well, you have to cross a fairly substantial area. However, you're almost to the halfway point. And that's kind of important, right? Critter starvation. Yeah, the puff princes are not doing the best of jobs, are they? Hey, look at that. You made it. Congratulations. Well done. Right. Get that all sort of done and dusted. Carbon dioxide over here, but it's too hot. It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. There is nowhere that is really good for growing these things. Right, okay. Pinch of pepper nuts. How have we got so many pinch of pepper nut seeds? I mean, I feel like that is... Oh, it's 7.99 something. Right, I don't want to crash the game here. Oh, look at us. We're so close to having a proper slickster up and running. In fact, you're probably... Yeah, you're 89% of the way there to another egg. Remarkable. Utterly remarkable. However, our food is continuing to go. Our food is continuing to go. Mush bar. Do we want to start making mush bars? I think we kind of have to. Nosh beans. I don't have any nosh beans, unfortunately. Minus 25 to 0 degrees Celsius. Berry sludge. I mean, I have sleet wheat, but I don't have any bristleberry, unfortunately. Omelet, I mean, apparently we've got 24 kilograms of raw egg. I mean, that's pretty darn good. We've got a lot of frost bun ingredients, the sleet wheat grain, but it's not gonna quite cut it, unfortunately. Right, I'm gonna try and kill off some elderly patches. Right, there we go. Go and do some killing. Right, we'll see if this makes a difference. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. There's no use having coffee if we don't have the sort of basic ingredients for life. Okay, cooked fish. I'm gonna put cooked fish on forever. Yeah. We don't have any cooked fish ingredients at the moment. Thank goodness at least we're managing to grow some of these things down here. Yeah, that's small consolation to say the least, but at least it's something. Right, these guys need to be fertilized apparently. Yeah, we need to seriously think about what our food solution is going forward. Right. In fact, you know what? Don't even bother building that. That's just not even necessary. I thought no polluted water was going to come down through there. Whatever, I guess it is. Right, what's the capacity of this circuit? The current load is 0. All right, what is the load of the rock crusher? Right. Get that built relatively swiftly, please. And let's get, where is it? Fungal spores. That's the ones. Here we go. Lots and lots of fungal spores. The more the merrier, really. Right. There was another potential food source that I have yet to consider. It is... Where was it? It was... Well, the arbor tree you can't eat, I believe. However, balm lily you also can't eat. You can't read the reed fiber things. What about this? 22 to 65 degrees Celsius. The atmosphere is water, salt water, or brine. It needs bleach stone and salt water and needs to be farmed in a farm plot. I mean, there is salt water out here, and in fact, there is indeed the grounds to perhaps harvest these things semi-regularly. I don't know if they're a good production of a good source of food. They seem not too bad. Right, let's get that tile up and running as soon as possible. Let's get that thing up and running as soon as possible. It seems indeed like we've already maxed out our natural gas storage yet again, which is quite irritating. But that's alright. Right, just fungal spore upon fungal spore upon fungal spore for now. Yeah. Yeah, like, nice. Right, okay, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get this area into... I don't know what I'm doing. I should just copy the settings here. Yeah, and then just copy that across. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to seal this area up. We can probably seal this end up like so. Great, and we'll keep this end open slightly for now. So that'll go there. That'll go... there. Yep. And then that will go... In fact, what I'm going to do, delete this, deconstruct this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set up a pump to take carbon dioxide. And in fact, what it's going to be is it's going to be plumbed into this mainframe network over here. It's going to be plumbed in somewhere. What we're going to do, here's what we're going to do. I've got a plan. Right, a gas filter is going to go in right over here. Gas filter's going to go in right over there. And it's going to say carbon dioxide, going to come up this way, into there, pumped out, high pressure gas vent, bada bim, bada boom. All extra stuff is going to go into there. Great. So if we can get that done right now, then that will dramatically increase our food production. It does mean that we're not going to be able to get food from out with the base under normal circumstances. However, it should be fine. I want to try and transform my food source from a dusk cap based food system to a, well, more advanced type of food system. What am I going to put on this pedestal, by the way? Petroleum? I can't put petroleum on the pedestal. A fried mushroom, a raw egg, a mush bar. I mean, this seems ridiculous. What a bit of processed gold, wolframite, plastic, abyssalite. There doesn't seem like anything I actually care about. Acorn seed. I mean, a bit of processed gold. How about that? Sure. And there's a masterpiece in there, just like so. Great. Okay, is this a rec room? This is indeed a recreation room. That is fantastic. That is really good. I'm really happy with the way that ends up working out. We're still waiting on the ore crusher being delivered. You're living your best life just over there. That's great. I've probably consumed all of my patchoos right now, haven't I? Right. I mean, is there any way that I can test the age of these dudes? So... where is it? Is it in automation? A critter sensor detecting critter populations. Yeah. Is there like a critter age test? The input is receiving a clock sensor. No, I don't need a clock sensor. I need a critter age test, but I don't think that exists. Right. You're pending attack. You should also pend attack as well. You're gonna die today, so I mean, I need to give someone the ability to attack super fast. You know what I mean? Priorities. A high attacking priority. Right. High attacking priority for Banana now. Let's go and see if that can be done. Let's also go and see if we can just, yeah, kill them before they die themselves. Right. High priority. Great. Okay. Is anyone eating an espresso? I don't think that there is. Oh, no, hold on. There is pinch of pepper nuts. Ah, and irrigation. Irrigation is indeed an issue. Let's get that zoned out. That's all priority 8. I want to get the pipes in place right now. Oh, look. Look at this. Look at this thing. Oh, my goodness. There's another egg ready to go as well. Fantastic. Cramped? Why are you cramped? Overcrowded once all nearby eggs hatch. Aha! But I have an idea. I have an idea on how to deal with this. I will show you. I will show you in just a second. How did this egg manage to get out? Okay, make some omelet. Make some omelets, eh? That's a good idea. Right. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Let's get these guys irrigated, eh? I mean, we don't really have that much polluted water to go around, but that's why I wanted to keep some stored right up there. It worked out pretty darn well. Okay, it looks like the old one has died, but we've now got a tropical patchouli fry. I mean, that's not bad, I guess. It's not bad at all. I haven't really done much with space in this episode. I really probably should have considered that before jumping in and doing almost everything but space. However, I mean, it's looking pretty darn good. Okay, Pokeshell Molt into Lime. That is what I'm interested in. Pokeshell Molt into Lime. I mean, let's just make that forever. Let's make that forever. Eggshell into Lime. I mean, yes. Fossils into Lime. Yes. All of that stuff is what I'm interested in. Right, Eggshell. Let's queue that up 10 times. Right, give you some missions. Some real old-fashioned missions. I should probably lock that door as well, at least for now. I don't want anyone entering the room. Right, priority 7. I mean, this has got to be a higher priority at the moment. We're sort of just, we're just getting by. Pneumatic door. right down there. Obviously, we're going to need access. There we go. That's priority 9. That's priority 9. This is all working pretty darn well. That's great to see. Let's get this hooked up. And let's get that prioritized at priority number 9. Alright, what do you know? I mean, this area is not going to work perfectly for at least a little bit, but it's going to work. It's going to work somewhat perfectly, which is quite nice. We've got 3,000 grams of carbon dioxide ready to be pumped into the system. That's great. Wonderful. And we're going to filter carbon dioxide. Okay, so slowly but surely, I guess we're going to just continue to build out a more and more complex pipe network over here. A ventilation network, that is. Gas pipe network. Yeah, so we're going to start building a much more complicated gas pipe network as we go. And I guess there's, you know, the high probability that we'll just add one for each gas in the game, and eventually we'll have a massive gas sorting system. That's the plan. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Celestial detection is done. Space scanner and a telescope. Both of those things are, well, fundamentally essential to space exploration, which is good. It's good news. It's very, very exciting. It means that we're not going to be stuck on this planet for much longer. Well, in comparison to being stuck on other planets for much longer. It doesn't actually particularly matter. This is looking really, really nice. We need to get carbon dioxide pumping into this area. So how are we doing temperature wise? 20 degrees temperature. It's not bad. We're cooling it down. That's great. Pinch of pepper nut has decayed. How is a pinch of pepper nut decayed? Straight up shouldn't be happening. Right, we do need to get more polluted water pumped into here, but we will do that in due course. This needs to be... Oh no, hold on. That doesn't need to be dealt with right now. Cramped, you're a tiny baby. I mean, we need to try and capture... We need to try and capture this thing. Yeah, hold on. So let's set this to... Slickster. Yeah. And instead, let's put a... We're going to need to put a drop-off somewhere. I mean, the thing is that I can't make a critter drop-off because it's just not going to be a high enough overheat temperature. It's literally just going to break as soon as it gets in here. So we're going to need to be somewhat coy about this. The overheat temperature is only 125 degrees Celsius, so we can put it up here. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, get rid of this balm lily. Get rid of that balm lily as well. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. A bit of a problem. How are we going to get this molten slickster into... Well, where we want it to go. Or how are we going to get this regular slickster into where we want it to go? Right, celestial detection. I think that, in all honesty, we're probably just going to have to give that a crack in the next episode. Okay. Good. Well, everyone seems to be doing a good job, which is great. No one seems to be using my transit tube, though. Do I need to bring it down an extra... Do I need to bring it down an extra step? Is that what's being required of me? Alright, we'll get that done. Perfect. That doesn't need to have access there. We can just sort of leave it there for now. Atmosphere still needs to be carbon dioxide, so let's go about getting some carbon dioxide in here as swiftly as possible. Leave that on auto for now. Sure. Even if it means that we get an extra little bit of oxygen or gas in here. Let's get a mini gas pump. Right about here. Is that the best place for it? I think it is. And let's get some gas pipe to go right through here. And plug that in right over there. In fact, we can just bring it back and plug it in right over here. Alright, that's at priority 9, so it'll take a while to get that done, even though it is at priority number 9. And let's get this to come out this way. And let's get that done. All right, great. We're able to crush some lime now, which is really, really cool. That means that we can get some iron into steel. That's fantastic. Let's set up production of that at 10. So that's gonna be done imminently as well. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's gonna take a while to get this area properly carbon dioxinated. Carbon dioxinated, is that a term? Really not sure. Really not sure about that. New printables are available. Give me a slickster. Give me a slickster. No. A pufflet egg? Sure. I'll take some pufflet eggs. We can at least make some omelet with them. Right. Put the pedestal up at priority 9. 45,000 calories. That's great. Any killing? Has that been done over here? I don't think I can prioritize high killing. Pending attack orders. Yeah, I get that, but doesn't look like they're reachable. Right, how many mush bars have we got? A lot of mush bars. Let's finish this mush bar off, and then let's not make another mush bar. They are soul-destroyingly awful. Okay, have these been uprooted yet? Oh no, someone's contracted slime lung. Is that a problem? No, slime lung is not a problem across the base whatsoever. And I'm gonna keep it that way. That's my plan. Right, we need to get more polluted water into here, that's for sure. Tiny baby, you are glum and cramped. Its needs aren't being met. Yeah, do you mean that it's cramped in there? Yeah. And that's why I want to get this area set up properly. So I want to get this all set up, and I don't even know how we're gonna drop the critters into this area. I mean, it's 200 degrees Celsius up here, 100 degrees Celsius over this way, but yeah, it's gonna be tough to get them over there. All right, well, you know what? I think we're gonna have to deal with that in the next episode. That's an espresso machine. That's working. It's great. It's crazy. I can't believe it. The pinch of pepper nuts indeed look like they're being caffeinated properly and filtering into everyone's blood in a way that gives them lots of energy. The base is still relatively cool. We do need to sort of up our water production a little bit, but that I think is a problem for the next episode. This is a pretty complex looking base at the moment. I'm pretty happy with the way that it's looking. Slowly but surely, everything is becoming more and more complete. And I think very, very certainly in the next episode we're going to be working on space stuff. I want to at least get a telescope or something. And with that telescope, I want to get an access tube route. In fact, you know what? I tell you what, I'm going to plan the access tube route right now. Priority 9? No. Priority 7. That's much more reasonable. If we do it in 1, even if I run out of plastic, the game's not going to stop me. Right. That. Sure. Great. I mean, I'm nowhere near going to have enough plastic for all of that, but at least we've started, we've committed to making the change, and that is half the battle, if I do say so myself. Right, so on that note, ladies and gents, we're going to finish this episode up of Oxygen Not Included. Thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Over the Potato. I'll see you next time. Bye.